Okay, let's first get you the latest update that's coming from Quebec in Canada, where an Islamic center has been attacked reportedly by 3 gunmen. It's a hotspot in Quebec City where you've seen an attack happen. Let me take you through the location where it's happened. Interestingly, coming a day after Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister, extended the appeal for diversity in Canada after Donald Trump's controversial Muslim ban. This is the area where the Islamic Research Center is in Quebec in Canada. According to initial reports, 3 gunmen opened fire at 40 people offering evening prayers. These are the visuals on your screen that we're getting from the social media at this point of time. Cannot verify the video, but security cordon being thrown around the Islamic Center in Quebec. Let me go across to India Today's Gaurav Sawant for more details. Gaurav, what are we picking up?
So at this stage, what we know is that the Islamic Research Council in Quebec City has been attacked. There were 3 terrorists or 3 gunmen who opened fire. What we also know is 2 have been arrested. 5 people have been killed, but some are seriously injured. There are others who are injured. There were 40 people inside the mosque for evening prayers. When the firing at the Islamic Council happened. What we also know is that the president of the Islamic Council, he's a journalist in Canada, he wasn't there, but he's got a series of frantic calls. And this isn't the first time that the Islamic Council in Quebec City came under attack. While this is the first case where there was an active firing.
Okay. All right, but Gaurav, also, what are the initial reports that we're getting? When did the incident happen? According to local reports, it happened at 8 p.m. And this is a spot where we've seen trouble earlier as well.
Police are still looking for that.
All right, we'll try and connect with Gaurav in just a bit, but we can tell you the initial details that are coming in at this point of time is that there were 3 gunmen who allegedly started shooting at 40 people inside, 5 people killed at the moment, and also 2 of the gunmen have been arrested as per the initial information that's coming in. And that's not all. This is the same spot where a pig's head was also found at the doorstep of the mosque. Now, it's significant to say that here this attack has happened a day after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, in a mass appeal, had asked refugees to come to Canada. Those refugees who are not allowed to enter in different countries, including the United States, after the controversial Muslim ban of Donald Trump. He had said that they are welcome in Canada, where they celebrate diversity. And the attack which has come in the Quebec City Islamic Center just goes on to show that there is yet another social fabric which is being threatened by the different elements even in Canada. Security cordon being thrown around the Islamic Center. Now you can see that there is also a statement from the Quebec City Police which has said that their operation is currently on, and also trying to get you more details from the spot. Islamic Mosque president, though, has spoken out. According to the initial media reports, he has said that he wasn't present at the mosque during the attack. Going across to Gaurav for more details as well. Gaurav, right now, the operation, it seems to be on for about 60 minutes. What are the challenges that these security forces would be facing? And also, can you give us more details that are coming in at this point of time?
So the fact that there appears to be at least 1 active shooter is a cause for concern at this stage. 2 people have been arrested. We do not have details whether they are active shooters or were they aiding this attack on the mosque. But the police have cordoned off this entire area and they're trying to find out the 3rd active shooter. What we also now know is that some CCTV images are also being looked at by the Quebec City police and the law enforcers. But is this linked to what the U.S. President Donald Trump said just some time back, putting restrictions on refugees from 7 countries, and Justin Trudeau of Canada saying that Canada will welcome those refugees, and the fact that he will speak to Donald Trump about visa restrictions on people from 7 Islamic countries? So that link is still under investigation. That will be one part of the story. But as of now, since it's an active shooting site, there's 1 suspected gunman who's still at large. The other 2 are being questioned, so some more details are expected to emerge soon.
Also getting a reaction on Twitter from New York Mayor as well. He's taken to Twitter to say our prayers tonight are with the people of Quebec City as they deal with a terrible attack on our mosque. We must stand together. Gaurav, be with us. Want to take our viewers through the location where the attack has happened at the Quebec Islamic Cultural Center. In this particular map, what you can see, it's a residential area, fairly populated. This is the Quebec Islamic Research Center. This is the point where the attack has taken place. This is the point where you would see there is a security cars that are lined up in this area. This is the lane where the security cars are lined up. The gunmen who barged into the mosque. This is the entry of the mosque that I can tell you from here. This is the entry where they would have gotten in, and as we are looking at the initial reports coming in, this is the Islamic Research Center, which is spread around a large area which has been attacked. Also getting you more reactions coming in at this point of time. We are joined by our special correspondent as well. Quebec Islamic Cultural Center is here. Let's zoom into that first. Is joining us as well now. He's a scholar who's residing in Canada as well. Mr. Fateh, can you give us more details of what exactly has happened? Have you been able to speak to people in Quebec?
No, not really. And this is not a research center. That's what it's called. It's a regular mosque structure, and in all probability, the target was Quebec Muslims. I don't know the names of the people who attacked. My suspicion is that these are, it's fundamentally an anti-Muslim attack. Just last summer, somebody left a pig's head at the entrance of this mosque, and it's quite tragic because nothing justifies this sort of terrorism. Just imagine the families who will have to pick up the dead bodies tonight and take them home. There are many more wounded, I've been told. But we have to recognize that the fundamental issue is the ongoing debate as to how the West or the democratic world will have to face up to Islamic terrorism without giving in to the temptation of taking the law into their own hands.
Absolutely. And Mr. Fateh, because you've been in Canada, it's one of the most tolerant nations, as we've seen. Yesterday only, the Canadian Prime Minister had tweeted saying that although refugees can seek asylum in Canada, we welcome people from all diverse backgrounds and all cultures and religion. And this attack coming a day after that leaves many questions unanswered, that the tolerance being propagated by the top leadership, perhaps not percolating down on the ground as well. Still sentiments ruffled.
Well, our Prime Minister is more of a selfie Prime Minister. This is one of the most incompetent people who's ever been elected. He is, pardon the language, but he is one of our own papus. This has got nothing to do with it. Canada doesn't operate the way a Maharaja just lets in everybody in. We have institutions and government that function based on merit and justice. We don't just open our doors or close our doors based on any whim. And Mr. Trudeau speaking out of incompetence and inexperience when he says, oh, everybody's welcome. Sure, Canada is a tolerant society, but Canada has seen ISIS attacks in Ottawa. Military personnel have been killed. To the Toronto 18, the 18 Muslim men who planned to blow up the Canadian Broadcasting Service, they were mostly Pakistani and Indian born.
If you could tell us more about the Quebec region and the cultural mix that you see there. Most of it is North Africans who are settled there, one sees that there is a polarization, because in 2016 also a pig's head was left on the doorstep of the cultural center. The same place also in 2013, cops had investigated a mosque in the Quebec region which splattered with what's believed to be a pig's blood as well. 2015 in the national Canadian election, there was also an issue of niqab that became a polarizing factor for polls.
Asking me or telling me, like, I don't understand.
Mr. Fateh, I want to understand the cultural mix of Quebec City and why are these repeated incidents being reported from there?
Well, just because you have picked up Quebec, this has happened elsewhere as well. This is happening all over the world. Isn't it happening right here in India? The tensions are there. We need to recognize the larger picture. It's got nothing to do with Africans settling in Quebec. That's a very childish thing to say. Quebec has a very large Muslim population from all parts of the world. By very large, I mean in percentage-wise, they would be about 1% of the total population. Quebec is distinct from the rest of Canada because it is still not part of our constitution. It is still twice referendums have been held for Quebec to separate, but that's a different issue.
Yes. All right, Mr. Fateh, appreciate you joining us as we're reporting on this story coming from Quebec in Canada, taking around one question from India Today's Gaurav Sawant as well. So, Gaurav, we're looking at more reactions coming in at this point of time. New York Mayor has also tweeted about this attack in Canada, and the entire region seems to be a pot boiler now. Where we have seen the controversial order by Donald Trump on the Muslims' entry in the United States being regulated, and now a spillover effect in Canada.
We're still waiting for details to see whether the two can be linked. But of course, we're seeing this in that context just now. But as you rightly pointed out, in the past there have been 3 incidents and 2 related directly to the Quebec Islamic Cultural Center, where last year a pig head was thrown there. A couple of years ago, pig blood was splattered on the walls of this mosque. So there were tensions, there were fault lines. Whether it's the same group or a similar group or those fault lines have come to the fore will be a matter of investigation. But at this point of time, it remains an active, crime scene where one gunman is still out there, where police are trying to arrest him. 2 people have been taken into custody and are being interrogated, Devina.
All right. Thanks, Gaurav, for joining us and giving us all those details at the moment. Continue tracking the story. Have to slip into a short break, but yet another attack at the Islamic Center in Quebec, which has been targeted in the past as well. Getting you more details after the short break. Stay with us.